Hello friends, as you have seen in the previous tutorial how we can create Hello World application in Android. Now in this tutorial we are going to understand the execution flow, that how Android is launching our application, how the flow take place. So we will go step by step and understand what is happening in the background. If you look here, we have Java file main activity.java. This class extends activity class which have method onCreate, and this onCreate method calls the superclass method onCreate. And you can see that there is a one more method here, that is setContentView. This setContentView tells the Android what layout it has to take, what layout it has to actually render on the screen. This is how uh, Java and the activity XML is related with each other. Only this method links that XML with Java class. So, so this is the main activity which has this hello world text appearing in the center of the screen is related with this Java file. So now the next thing that comes in our mind is that how actually this Android take this r.layout.activity main. So in order to understand this, you have to check the resources folder. So this activity main.xml is inside the resources folder, and that is inside the layout. So you have as many as activity, then you have same layout for the each activities. If you have two activities, then you have a two XML for this those activity. And and when you first create the application and launch it and you build the project, then Android will compile this all the resource structure and generate the class, so that you can directly use it in your program. If you look here, the Android will generate the R class file which denote the resource folder, that is R. This R is denoting this resource folder. If you need to access any of the element inside this resource folder, you have to directly put the R and you can access the drawable, layout, min map value, anything. And since we have main activity.xml inside the layout folder, so what we have to do is we have to write dot layout, and inside dot layout we have activity main. So in this way, that this XML is linked with this particular Java file. Similarly, if you want to access this string value, you can do it by writing r dot string dot whatever the string name you have given in the XML. We will cover this all in later tutorials, but now let's focus on the control flow. Now, the more interesting is that how Android knows that every time when I launch the application, how launcher will decide that which application has to run or which activity has to be executed first. If there are the four activity A, B, C, D, and how will Android know that I have to start from activity A or B or C? So the answer comes from here, manifest folder, where you have Android manifest.xml. Make sure you have selected Android mode here, then you can easily find the Android manifest.xml. So inside this you can see we have various attributes set like icons, labels, round icons, supports RTL, and the app themes. So so for us the interesting part is this tag. So this tag defines name of the activity, which is main activity dot java. As you can see here, we have a main activity Java. The same name is given here. If you have four activity, then each activity will be defined as this manifest. This is how Android will know that this particular Java file is a Android activity. Okay. If you create any other Java file apart from this, then there is no need to define here. And then the interesting, this is the more interesting for us. You can see this intent filter. This intent filter tells the Android that what type of activity it is. So if you look here, we have an action tag. Inside the action tag we have specified main. So what does this mean? This mean tells that the Android application that this is the entry point for our application. Every time we click on the our icon in a mobile or any device, or then the Android should start main activity dot Java class first, and below this you can see the category tag which have a intent.category.launcher. This launcher tells that this application should be included in the launcher list. So I hope I have explained, and if you have more doubt you can also visit to the Android developers sites. The Google has written a very good study material. You can also refer that. Thanks for watching.